Hey guys, I've just been chilling here in the tower bush since last time. Someone's gotta keep this ADCs in line, you know? I've seen that there are some really in-depth ward guides out there for Season 14, so I won't waste both your and my time on making a copy. Instead, I will quickly go through some of the best spots to place your wards and a general rule of thumb on where to place them. Starting in the bot lane. When you're red side, you're gonna want to have a ward around here, because you're gonna get vision for both the river, as you can see on the marker. You're gonna get entire river, and you're gonna get from the tri-bush, right? These are the two places the jungles are gonna come from, most of the time. So, having it in the bush is still gonna give you that, but it's not gonna give you it as quickly as you would get it from here. Which is why the bush is kind of a bait place to put the ward. So I would put it here. It's a nice thing to remember. It's between this wall and between this bush, right in the middle. Right there. If you're blue side, I would want to put the ward more towards the tri-bush. I would put it in between this wall and this wall, like here. Because if it's here, you're gonna get vision from the tri-bush of them, and from the river as well. So if they're ganking from the tri-bush with this ward, you're gonna spot them, and from the river, you're gonna spot them as well. Same with this. From the river, they're gonna spot them like here, and you're gonna spot them coming from here. These are the two only wards you need to know around ganking in a bot lane. Most important ones. Of course, when you're red side, you can also have a ward here, but that doesn't help you against the river. This is why this ward is superior. You can also go like balls deep in and get like a ward in the jungle. I often like to have a control ward right here early in the game, because it's never going to be taken, almost. So he's going to stand there for a long time, giving you info when they're taking red buff, moving towards the Krugs. All in all, a good ward. And from blue side, you can have a control ward like here. You'll get some vision when they walk around here. When they go here, it's not that often. But again, they're not going to walk too much into the bush, so it's going to stand there for a long time. Control ward here is acceptable, but it's going to be taken pretty quickly. It only gives you vision for a short amount of time then. Of course, having a ward over this bush to get jungle knowledge is very good. You'll see when he takes blue, when he does grump. It's in general just a good ward. And from the red side, you can also have a ward on this if you can ever get here to see when they're doing Krugs. Because they often look for a gank opportunity after doing the Krugs. Right. So over to the mid lane. A lot of mid laners still ward this bush or this bush, which is kind of fucking bait. It gives almost no vision. You see this? This is no vision. Same here. Almost no vision. There are much better placements for the wards. Let me just get rid of my wards. Alright. So, if you're blue side, I'd recommend you rather put, for example, a control ward in this bush to get a lot of vision. This gives vision from here, and from here. Where are they gonna gank you from? Your own jungle? That's their only option from the bot side. Only option. They can't come from here, can't come from there. Literally, you spot them everywhere with this control ward. It doesn't need to be a control ward either. You can just put a normal ward, but having a control ward there is gonna last longer, you know. Over to the top side, still blue side though. You're gonna want to have maybe a control ward here, and then a ward around, I'd say, since you already have a ward here, you don't necessarily need vision around the river, so you can place it a little bit deeper. You can have like a ward here, or you can place it in here, but it's not going to give you vision around everywhere. So if you only have a ward here, I'm going to show you. They can sneak around here. There's someone here, you don't see it. They can sneak the entire way around here. This is why this ward is like good, but it can be bad. In your elo, it's not gonna happen that they expect it to be warded and they're gonna hug the wall here. That's never gonna happen. But it is a possibility. Especially if it's like a Kane or Sack or something. It's better just have a deep ward where you kind of spot the Raptor camp. So you know that they're taking it as well. Brilliant ward. Over to the red side. You kind of still want the ward here, to be honest. A control ward here will be nice. It's gonna It's gonna give you the same amount of vision. They can't come from their own jungle. Spot them from here, from here, from here. Same as the story here from blue side. Can't do anything. So you'll kind of spot it from everywhere. That ward alone is gonna be good. Can be a control ward, can be a normal ward. If you can try to place a ward here. But it's not as efficient as this one. And on this side, it's kind of the same as the opposite side. It's very, very mirrored like that. You can place a ward like here, but then you have no vision around the river. So you need a control ward here. Or if you don't have a control ward, you can place the ward as much in the middle as you can to spot them coming both from river and lane. I often put it like there. Let's see how much vision we get from just that. We'll spot them around here, we'll spot them around here, walk out of the bush here. So we can see quite a lot here. From the river, spot them like here. But they can hide in this area. This is the fog of war. So yeah. Another thing that's fucked up about the mid lane right now is that usually you would ward here to spot enemy Katarina, Talon, Zed from roaming. And now they can just walk around here. They go into into the fog of war here, and then they walk out. Same one here. They would put a ward here, and now the mid laner can just go roam top lane right up here, sneak up here. Yeah. So it's not as much value, but it can still be good depending on your elo. For the last lane we got top lane, and top lane's opened up a lot since last season, and yeah, it's much easier to get ganked. As you can see, it's much wider area here. So a lot of people think you should ward in this bush. Just like, do you think you should ward here? Do you think you should ward here? Do you should ward here? All of these bushes are fucking bait. Don't ward in these bushes, please. And a ward that's just much better will be for blue side to ward, for example, here you'll see the area, right? It shows entire outset of the tribush, so if anyone walks out of the tribush, you'll see them. It also shows the entire outside of the river. So if someone walks up from the river, you'll be able to see them coming up from a mile away, right? Walk out of the tribush, same thing. You'll see them coming from a mile away. This is the most optimal ward for top lane, blue side, I'd say, against ganks. For red side, you don't have the same problem with this push, so you can put it even deeper in the river, right? You can opt to have it literally here, only showing a little bit of the outside of here, and a lot of the river. It will give you vision on the grubs as well. This is fine. You can also decide to place it more like I would want to have the entire river, so I put it here at most. Somewhere between these two, I'd say, is fine. You can also place a ward here or here, whatever, to get jungle vision. It helps your entire team to have tracking the jungler by vision. Very good. And you can technically do the same on blue side, but it's just so much farther to walk and just putting like a ward here or something. It's not as viable, but you can do it. Alright, so that's really all the wards for top lane. You don't really need to ward up much. The rule of thumb is pretty fucking easy to remember. It's just to ward places where you get the maximum amount of vision, right? So, intersections. Gotta love intersections. Here you see, one path here, one path here, one path here, one path here. I can't ping that much. Literally can't even ping that much. 4 different places they can go. So if I have a vision here, I see them coming from here. I see them coming from here, and from here. This is 4 different directions that I can get vision from. Very big. Here, they can go up here, they can go down here, here, many directions. It just depends on what you need for the game, but there are a lot of intersections to choose from. A bunch of different things to choose from. Also, that's technically an intersection. You go up here, you go down here, you go down here. Another intersection. Technically an intersection. Up here, down here. I think even if you put the ward like, I don't know. I think you can manage to get vision around this a little bit by having it weirdly in the bush. I don't know. I'd say technically intersection. If you put it like around here, you'd see from here, here. It's that simple. Literally that simple. So many places you can put it. Now you can of course also do this just to be a piece of fucking shit. Put the controller here, you bait out. It's a combination of the tower bush tech with just being a piece of shit in general. AD carry walks up to lane, he spots this, he starts attacking it, you just walk out, he's already 0-7, he's tilted as fuck, you just start BMing the shit out of him, he starts running away, you just continue walking, you don't even charge a poke, and then eventually you start a poke, and you E him and just kill him. Break his mental, 100%. Feel free to abuse this. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Remember to check out the links in my bio for the Discord server, coaching coven, and for my Twitch stream, which is still very inconsistently online. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.